Hey Raiders fans, we're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Las Vegas Raiders. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That way, you'll always stay up to date with breaking news and exclusive content. The whispers started softly, like a spark catching in the desert wind, but now the whole NFL world is buzzing. The Las Vegas Raiders have officially secured JADEVEON Clowney, the defensive powerhouse who's been bouncing around the league looking for the right fit. And if there's one thing Vegas loves, it's a show. This move screams confidence, ambition, and that classic Raider swagger we haven't seen in a while. Fans are already imagining Clowney lined up under those bright Allegiant Stadium lights, silver and black gleaming, ready to bring the chaos he's known for. The Raiders' defensive front, already solid with Max Crosby leading the charge, now feels like a ticking time bomb about to explode. This isn't just a signing, it's a statement. The Raiders are done playing it safe, and they're ready to dominate. Clowney might not be the 25-year-old terror he once was, but his instincts, power, and relentless energy are exactly what this defense needed to rise above mediocrity. The AFC West just got a lot scarier, and you can bet Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, and Russell Wilson are taking note, wondering how to escape this new nightmare forming in Sin City. What makes this move even more electric is the timing. The Raiders, coming off another roller coaster season filled with flashes of brilliance and frustrating collapses, knew something had to change. The front office, under pressure from fans and media, decided it was time to double down on attitude. JADEVEON Clowney embodies that edge. He's unpredictable, aggressive, and thrives in big moments. When he's locked in, few players in the league can disrupt an offense the way he does. Now picture him and Crosby attacking from both sides, forcing quarterbacks into rushed throws and bad decisions. It's the kind of pairing that defensive coordinators dream about. Insiders say this deal came together fast, with Clowney impressed by the Raiders' vision and the chance to play in a city that celebrates spectacle. For a player who's been chasing consistency and the right scheme, Vegas could finally be the place where he finds balance. The question now is whether this version of Clowney can bring his best game week after week. Because if he does, the Raiders won't just compete, they'll intimidate. Behind the scenes, the locker room vibes are said to be shifting. The veterans are excited, the younger players are motivated, and the defensive staff is already brainstorming ways to unleash Clowney in creative formations. The Raiders have been criticized in the past for lacking discipline and identity, but this move signals a renewed commitment to physical dominance. Las Vegas wants to be feared again, and Clowney fits that mission perfectly. His versatility also adds depth. He can play on the edge, move inside, or even drop into coverage when needed. That flexibility allows the Raiders to disguise their defensive looks, confuse opponents, and dictate the flow of the game. You can almost feel the energy building around the team. Fans talking, analysts debating, rivals watching nervously. It's the perfect storm of hype and hope, and Vegas knows how to turn that into momentum. Clowney's arrival could be the moment that sparks a defensive renaissance in the desert, transforming a struggling franchise into a serious playoff contender. Still, there's that underlying sense of risk, the same gamble that defines everything in Las Vegas. Clowney has had moments of brilliance followed by stretches of frustration throughout his career. Injuries, inconsistency, and questions about motivation have followed him from team to team. But maybe that's what makes this signing so compelling. It's redemption wrapped in unpredictability. The Raiders are betting that in their system, with their culture, Clowney can rediscover the spark that made him a number 1 overall pick. He doesn't need to be perfect. He just needs to be impactful. Even a slightly dialed-in version of Clowney can change the course of games, especially when paired with a relentless force like Crosby. The defensive line could become one of the most aggressive units in the league, feeding off the chaos and energy that Vegas thrives on. If everything clicks, the Raiders might finally have the defensive identity they've been chasing for years: tough, fast, and utterly relentless. And that's where this story gets interesting, because it's not just about one player joining a team. It's about a mindset shift. The Raiders have been caught in a cycle of rebuilding for too long. teasing fans with potential only to fall short when it matters most. By bringing in Clowney, they're signaling that they're tired of waiting for success to come naturally. They're taking it by force. The move also reflects confidence in their new defensive schemes, which emphasize speed, aggression, and controlled chaos. It's almost poetic, really, how this partnership feels like fate. Clowney, a player known for his explosiveness and unpredictability, teaming up with a franchise built on rebellion and grit. The synergy is undeniable. It's not just about stats. It's about presence, intimidation, and energy. Opposing offenses won't just have to game plan. They'll have to brace themselves. As the dust settles on this blockbuster signing, the narrative is already writing itself. JADEVEON Clowney in silver and black isn't just another off-season headline. It's a warning shot to the rest of the NFL. The Raiders are done being the underdogs, done being the punchline. They want to be feared, respected, and relevant again. Training camp will be the real test, of course, but for now, the city is buzzing. Social media is exploding with clips, reactions, and hype videos, and every fan is dreaming of what's to come. If Clowney brings even 80% of his potential to the field, the Raiders' defense could become a nightmare for anyone daring to step into Allegiant Stadium. Vegas loves a good gamble, and this one might just pay off big, because sometimes fortune doesn't just favor the bold, it favors the Raiders. The reaction around the league has been nothing short of explosive. Analysts on every sports show are dissecting the move, trying to predict what this means for the AFC West race. The Chiefs might still be the top dogs, but even the most loyal Kansas City fans can't ignore how dangerous this Raiders defense could become. Imagine the pressure packages, the relentless pursuit, and the hits that make quarterbacks think twice before standing in the pocket. That's the kind of psychological edge Clowney can bring. Beyond the stats and highlight reels, his presence alone changes the tone of the game. He plays angry, like he's got something to prove, and maybe this season he really does. Every snap he takes in Vegas will be a statement, a chance to remind the world why he was once considered one of the most terrifying defenders in football. And the Raiders, with their trademark swagger, will love every second of it. Inside the Raiders organization, sources say the coaching staff plans to use Clowney in multiple roles to maximize his impact. He's not just going to rush the passer. He'll stunt, contain, and even drop into short zone coverage to mess with offensive reads. This isn't a one-dimensional move. It's a chess piece acquisition. For defensive coordinator Patrick Graham, this is the kind of player who unlocks creativity. And for the rest of the defense, it's motivation. When someone of Clowney's caliber walks into the locker room, it raises the standard instantly. Teammates start pushing harder, competition spikes, and suddenly everyone's playing with more fire. That's the invisible value of this signing, the culture shift it brings. For a team that's often lacked leadership and consistency, Clowney's intensity could serve as the glue that binds this defense together. Even if he's not the most vocal guy, his presence demands respect. But the excitement doesn't end there, because this move also reshapes how offenses will attack the Raiders. Teams won't be able to double-team Crosby as easily anymore, not with Clowney collapsing the other side. That means more one-on-one battles, more chaos, and more mistakes forced under pressure. It's the kind of domino effect that turns an average defense into a game-changing one. And while Clowney might not be racking up 15 sacks a season, his real value lies in disruption, the kind that doesn't always show up on the stat sheet but wins games. Knockdowns, pressures, forcing bad throws. Those are the moments that swing momentum. The Raiders' secondary will benefit too, with tighter windows and rush passes creating more interception opportunities. This is team building 101 done right. Strengthen your front, and everything behind it improves naturally. There's also a sense of poetic justice to Clowney landing in Vegas. A player often misunderstood, playing for a franchise that's been misunderstood for decades. Both carry reputations that blend brilliance with chaos. Both have been criticized, doubted, and underestimated. And yet, when they click, when everything aligns, they're electric. That's what this feels like, two forces meeting at the right moment. Clowney gets a chance to rewrite his story, and the Raiders get a chance to resurrect theirs. The fan base, one of the most passionate in sports, is ready to rally behind him. You can already hear it, the chants, the noise, the energy flooding through Allegiant Stadium. It's not just football, it's theater, and Clowney was born for this kind of stage. The lights, the pressure, the noise, he thrives on it. And Vegas, with all its drama and spectacle, is the perfect backdrop. Still, no one in the building is pretending this is a guaranteed success. Even the most optimistic fans know that Clowney's history comes with question marks. Can he stay healthy for 17 games? Can he maintain focus in a city full of distractions? These are valid concerns. But the difference this time is support. Real structure, real purpose. The Raiders have built a locker room that's starting to believe in itself again. Crosby's leadership, Antonio Pierce's no-nonsense coaching style, and a front office finally aligned on direction give Clowney the environment he's always needed. There's accountability now, and maybe, just maybe, that's what will unlock his best version. Because talent was never the issue, consistency was. If the Raiders can channel his fire without letting it burn out, this could become one of the most impactful free agent signings in recent years. As for the rest of the league, they've been put on notice. Las Vegas isn't just here to fill highlight reels. They're here to win. And JADEVEON Clowney might be the key that unlocks that next chapter. The synergy with Crosby, the aggression on the line, the swagger returning to the defense. It all feels like destiny. It's the kind of storyline that football fans live for, the kind of risk that turns into legend if it pays off. The Raiders are back to doing what they do best, taking chances, making noise, and owning the spotlight. Whether it ends in triumph or heartbreak, one thing's for sure, it won't be boring. Because in Vegas, every roll of the dice tells a story. And this one feels like the start of something special. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The buzz in Las Vegas hasn't slowed down for a second. Everywhere you look, from the Strip to the sports bars filled with fans wearing silver and black, there's this electric sense of anticipation. People aren't just excited. They're convinced that something big is brewing. JADEVEON Clowney's signing has become more than just a roster move. It's a symbol of belief, of rebirth. The Raiders have been searching for that missing piece to turn potential into production, and now they might have found it. There's talk that this could be the most feared defensive duo in the AFC, maybe even in the entire league. You can already imagine it. Crosby breaking through the line with his relentless motor, Clowney closing in from the other side like a storm. It's chaos, it's pressure, it's Raiders football reborn. And in a city built on adrenaline, this kind of energy is exactly what fans have been craving. Behind the scenes, the coaching staff is reportedly thrilled with what they're seeing from Clowney. Early practices have shown flashes of the explosiveness that once made him a #1 overall pick. But there's something different now. Maturity. He's not just chasing sacks anymore. He's reading plays, mentoring younger guys, and bringing that veteran calm that comes from experience. For years, people wondered if Clowney would ever find the right fit, a team that understood how to maximize his rare combination of power and intelligence. The Raiders seem to have cracked that code. They're not trying to make him something he's not. They're letting him play his game, fast, instinctive, disruptive. And in return, he's giving them everything he's got. It's a relationship built on trust, and that's why it's working. You can feel it in the way teammates talk about him. Respect, admiration, belief. And maybe that's what makes this story so captivating. It's not just about football. It's about redemption, timing, and legacy. JADEVEON Clowney has been on a long, winding road through the NFL, and now he's landed in the one city that mirrors his own journey. Unpredictable, thrilling, and impossible to ignore. The Raiders, too, have been searching for their identity in a modern era where their mystique seemed to fade. Together, they're writing a new chapter, one that feels raw, emotional, and unapologetically bold. The message is clear. The Raiders aren't just building a team, they're building a movement. A team that plays with heart, with anger, and with purpose. And if Clowney becomes the spark that lights that fire, then we might be witnessing the rebirth of a legend, both of a player and of a franchise that refuses to be forgotten. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.